Guys, I hope you're doing all right. This is going to be the second episode of the Intermediate Guide, and it's going to be discussing the power of three, right? Accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. This is a super important topic to know, especially if you trade ICT concepts. All right, hopefully by the end of this course, you'll be able to catch both the manipulation and distribution moves in the same session. All right, some of you might have seen my ping pong plays, where I catch the long and the short, or the short and the long in one session. All right, let's try to get you there through this lesson. So first of all, I just want to explain to you how these candles work and how the power of three is present on every single time frame. Then I'll move on to a quick drawing and show you what it might look like on the charts. And then eventually we'll hop into the charts and I'll show you real examples of this occurring, okay? So for the bullish candle, I'm sure you're familiar with this, with the open, low, high, close. All right, so that open here is our accumulation. We get that manipulation to the downside and that expansion and distribution to the upside where we close above our opening price. Now with the bearish candle, we get that accumulation at the open, our manipulation to the upside, and our expansion and distribution to the downside. Okay. Now this just goes to show you how the power of three can occur literally on the 1 minute time frame to the daily time frame. All right. It occurs everywhere. And I'll show you guys what it might look like. All right. So our accumulation typically looks something like this. All right, price just ranging, equal highs and lows everywhere. All right, now what this is doing, this is engineering liquidity on both sides of the market. All right, just going to put these two horizontal bars. This is our engineered liquidity. Now, this is going to be a bullish example. So we're going to get that manipulation to the downside, taking out stops and inducing traders to go short. All right, that's what this manipulation leg is. Now it's super important to be aware of all the PD arrays surrounding price, because typically we will manipulate into a PD array. Like let's say this is a bullish order block, bullish fair value gap, bullish breaker, something of that nature. All right, so that manipulation will take us down into that PD array, and we should expect our distribution to take us up. All right, we trade up through the opening price, and then we get that close above. Okay, so we get that accumulation. We manipulate traders, we induce them, we stop them out. Right, we tap into a PD array and we distribute up towards our intended direction. Okay, now with the bearish example, we get that accumulation again. All right, just going to use our separation. Now we get that manipulation move towards the upside, tapping into a bearish PD array. All right, and then we get that distribution move, which takes us towards sell side. Okay, and then we get that close below the opening price. All right, so we get that accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. All right, so I'll just quickly hop into the charts. I'll show you guys a few examples of some trades that you could potentially take using this concept. Okay, I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, this is going to be the first example using sessions. Okay, now sessions and timing is super important with ICT concepts. So typically you'll see the Asian session accumulate. We get that initial manipulation move at London Open, and eventually our distribution move that occurs throughout the rest of the day. All right, so as you can see here, our Asian session is ranging, creating these equal highs up here, equal lows. All right, not much volatility. When London opens, we trade up into this 5-minute balance price range. This is our PD array. All right, now you can use one of my entry models as confirmations to take this short. It's an easy distribution move that you could catch here, okay? So we get that, and blah, blah, you get that accumulation, sorry, accumulation, manipulation into a PD array, all right? Then that distribution downwards towards sell side. So that's just an example of how you can use sessions to catch the power of three, all right? Now move on to the next example for you. All right, this is an example using the daily candle. All right, so this bullish example, we get that open, low, high, close. All right, so we start off with our accumulation up here. All right, we manipulate into this 5-minute breaker block. All right, so any time price moves below this opening price, when we're super bullish, this is going to be our manipulation. All right, super important to note all the surrounding PD arrays at this level. So, you could even mark out this order block, this fair value gap, this BPR, this breaker. All right, so price will manipulate into one of those PD arrays. We wait for confirmation. All right, then we can catch a distribution move towards the upside. All right, then we get that close eventually above the opening price. So daily candle example, we get that accumulation, the open, manipulation into a PD array again, and distribution towards the upside. Okay, so power of three present on the daily chart. Here's that example for you. Let's move on to some lower time frame things. All right, here's a more complicated example for you guys using the 1 minute and 3-minute time frames. All right, so we have this 3-minute bearish order block over here. All right, we get that stop hunt inside our order block, wait for our confirmation to go short. All right, so here's that 3-minute order block over here. All right, this confirms our short biased. All right, so when price reaches this point, we can see this little range over here on the 1 minute time frame. This is going to be our accumulation. If you notice here, we have a volume imbalance. All right, price manipulates into this. So I'll mark this as our red box. Whoops. Our manipulation into that volume imbalance, and then our distribution towards sell side. Okay. So that's how you can use the power of three, even on the 1 minute time frame. All right, you can see this accumulation, manipulation, and distribution model everywhere. All right, super, super useful. All right, that's going to be it for today, this lesson at least. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry, my mic's really shit. You can probably hear me breathing a lot. I'm trying to be quiet, my girlfriend's sleeping. It's 2:23 a.m. But anyway, I hope you guys learned something. In the future, we'll go over to more of these models, how you can anticipate manipulation and distribution. All right, but for now, I just want you to understand how these sorts of things work and how you can see them on the charts. All right. So yeah, see you guys in the next one.